Ah, yes, indeed. It's that time again. Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Mad Shad, and this is another episode of the Zoot Report. Stay tuned. You want to look at the top of this? Maybe I'll wave at you from time to time. I don't know. Change the view up a bit. So what are we going to talk about today? Surveillance. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh. Y'all remember that song? I know, I'm dating myself. But, yep. Damn, that was back in the 80s, man. That song. That song was back in the 80s, and they were already trying. Think about the history of surveillance as opposed to now. Oh, wow. History of surveillance. Man. Used to, you had to do it person to person. You had to have a team, right? Going way back, let's say Japan days, right? Feudal Japan, 14, 16, 10 to 16 and on. That was the whole idea of the shinobi, the ninja, the informant, is that they were just like one person. Watch him, take notes, get as close as you can to him as he's talking to somebody, make note of who he's talking to, and make note of that, right? That was it. Go live out in their attic and be very, very quiet and listen. Yeah, that's then come back and report back to your whatever, and tell them, give them the news, give them the intel. Literally spies. Or, hey, you got the street vendor on the corner selling baskets. Hey, tell me every time that so and so comes through here. Okay, great. And every time somebody comes through here, that one dude. Yeah, Yoshikawa, we're watching you, yeah. And trying to gather all the intel they can on him. And literally, the shop vendor goes, okay, I see him, it's 9:43. Hey, boy, run. Go tell the Shogun that so-and-so came through. All right, at 9:23. Okay, right. That's how they did it back in the old days. And then, of course, we had a little bit of, a little bit more technological breakthroughs, the binocular, the onocular, the telescope, the old school days of bugging, right? They would bug your wire, tap your phone. It was so problematic. And easily traceable. Like you could find out if somebody was tapping your phone. You just go to your phone lines and go, well, there you go, there it is. They're tapping my phone. Normally they would do it right there where you live, or at some kind of wherever your line goes, right? Your wire, wherever your wire goes. All right, it's their turn and your turn and then your turn, right? Your turn and then my turn. Oh, this is fucked up. Yeah, my turn, then your turn. All right, there we go. We figured it out. Outstanding. People are smart. Yeah, if you come to a red light and it's blinking, flashing, and it's off or whatever, it's a 4-way stop, or a 5-way stop, or a 6-way stop, and it goes counterclockwise, right? Whatever. Yeah, it goes counterclockwise. And there you go. Anyway. It was amazing how you had to wiretap somebody's phone. Like literally put a wire and take some batteries, take a player, like a cassette player recorder, press record, right? You had to do this shit manually. There was no computers. It's a lost art, I think. Of surveilling people. You would put, a full-size camera in a mirror or something. You know, and you were limited by your. Then you had VCRs. You had an 18-hour tape. It was on a loop or something. You had to go back every 18 hours to that spot to change that fucking videotape, right? I mean, it was just damn crazy. Then they had the microphone, the telescopic microphone. Like you could, you know, it had this dish, and you pointed in a direction, and you had X amount of whatever distance that you could listen in on someone's conversation, right? Somebody's wearing a wire, right? Your informants, your conscientious informants, whatever, the COs, the CIs, you know, they're wearing a wire. They're wearing a wire. Then they figured out how to transmit. Like, oh shit, how do we transmit? So there you go, you know. And then now you have like a microphone as small as you can get it somewhere, and you transmit that to your, you know, the proverbial work van outside your business, outside your house. It's been sitting there for 3 days, right? That proverbial work van, you know, and they're recording the transmission, you know, because they basically set up a radio, a two-way radio, in your house or whatever. That's how they used to do it. It was crazy shit, right? You know, we've all heard about this, and it still goes on to this day, I guess. Like I said, it's kind of a lost art, but now it is so fucking easy. Oh my God, there's cameras everywhere. They're recording 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, saving all information, right? Now there's AI involved, and it can literally track you wherever you go. Computers, wow, don't get me started. Computers, I mean, they can track anything and everything you do, where you go, what you buy, what you're buying, when you buy it. I mean, everything is there. Everything is there for the taking, and people sell it. That's the thing. Your social medias. I mean, Facebook was brilliant, man. People were literally like taking pictures of what they ate. Like I know what somebody had for dinner that night. I know what they had for breakfast. I know when they're going out of town, and so do they. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. You know, I mean, you got Flock, and oh yeah, this device they call a cell phone, a smartphone, tracks absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. And if they can, the cell phone is probably the primary tracking device. Everybody's got one. Everybody's using it constantly, right? It does everything. I'm serious, everything. It tracks everything. You know, a lot of people have their like bank information on there, their bank accounts. I mean, they can track that too. That's easy. You know, like I said. And you know, you say, well, you know, they need a warrant to look at that stuff. No, they don't. They just sell it. They just buy it. The data brokers gather your information and they sell it. That's you know, they just sell it. And they might not. They might, you know, they have different packages. Like, oh, okay, you want to check how many people pinged on this. And who they, you know, identify, like Joe Schmokatelli and Jane Doe and Joe Doe all went to this spot, you know, and they were within 5 meters. They can ping your location, right, from a cell tower, and then triangulate it. Whatever. Stingray. Wow, Stingray and Stingray and Dirtbox. That is the man in the middle, where they used to use it on cars. You know, it would be a mobile thing, but now they just go in the air. And literally, Stingray and Dirtbox, look into it, look it up. They act like a tower, and they intercept your transmission from your cell phone and your computer, anything, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever, smartphone, smart fucking. You got smart refrigerators, right? That's a funny story there too, but and they act as the man in the middle, and they gather all your information, everything from what you type, your keystrokes. They can turn on and off your camera and microphone. They can go through all your fucking files, everything, all your pictures. Yes, folks, your dirty little pictures, those naughty little things, right? See what you're looking at, see everything, your history, and AI can literally predict the future of what you're going to do. It's crazy. Welcome to the surveillance state, folks. And we sign up for it. We sign up for it. You know. Now your cars, the new cars, they all going to have cameras in it with biometrics and shut off kill switches, and you get in your car and your car thinks that you're inebriated, you're drunk, but you just worked a 12-hour shift, you're dead ass tired, and the car just doesn't start. Like, what the fuck? Sooner or later they're gonna get the car that just autopilots it to the fucking police station or whatever. You committed a felony, you committed a traffic violation, you were doors lock, and boom, you're on a one-way trip to the police station. They've been notified. Like, what? And they're going to make it mandatory, right? I mean, everything is mandatory. Right now, everything is kind of just soft shoe, if you will. It's just quietly just been building the infrastructure for decades, and now it's ready to roll out. And you can't hide from it. You can try. You could. There are people that do. Like I said before, like China. I mean, they got the whole. They love that China model of how they deal with their populace, with the biometrics and the universal basic income. And everything is tied to their biometrics, right? And if you got a very bad credit score because you said something really, really bad about Xi Jinping, or you complained about the government, or not having hot water, or whatever, then guess what? Then you don't get to ride trains. You don't get to in this case operate your car. It shuts off. You don't have access to your bank account. I mean, all these things, right? They love that. It's they've been talking about it for decades. It's called techno-autocracy. The techno-autocracy. What's that movie? It's an old 1930s movie, right? No, 1910 movie. Cosmopolitan, right? Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I think it was a silent movie. But just fucking crazy. That's what they want. They want that shit for us. Yeah, I mean, everything's got a camera, everything's got a microphone, everything's biometrically tracking you at all points, all times, and we do it freely. And we go, hey, we still got freedom. Yeah, we got freedom. We got a lot of freedom, but we allow them to surveil us all the time. And yeah, you think you're not on a list? I mean, everybody is on a list. Everybody's included, right? It's just how the AI sees you, right? Are you a threat? Are you a asset? Are you whatever? What's the movie with Will Smith? Enemy of the State. Yeah, that's old news. Eagle Eye. That movie. That's old news. It's more simple than that now. The surveillance state is here. What do you think? They got the data centers. What the fuck do you think a data center is? Skull. They are gathering all the intel on me and you and saving it. Literally saving it for posterity. Amazing. Why? Why would they do this? And they're investing so much in it. It's the wave of the future, right? And yes, I've heard this argument that, well, AI is dangerous, so United States of America has to be the best at it, or the other countries are going to use it for ill will. Well, what about our country? I mean, what about our country? Y'all don't remember what happened in COVIDs? I mean, y'all don't remember that shit? Motherfuckers were getting knocks on the doors from like, hey, we need to talk to you. You made a bad tweet. You made a bad fucking YouTube post. You're being censored. And we all know that all these platforms, not just this platform, but many others, actively censor, actively shadow ban, actively whatever, right? And that's what they do. I mean, look at Britain. Oh my God, Britain is fucked. You can't say shit. I wouldn't even go on social media. Like, they had to clock, like, during the COVIDs, they had to, like, check in with their phone and do biometrics to prove that they were in their house and locked down. Yeah, that was some shit, right? That's some fucked up shit. And not only that, they were, now they go to jail if they say something mean. Seriously. And they even threatened during the COVIDs. I remember that they even threatened us that they will put us in jail. They will charge us, United States citizens, for saying bad things pertaining to Europe, pertaining to Britain. Like, fuck you, man. I'll say what the fuck I want. Fuck you. Fuck the king. Well, anyway, he's already been fucked. Camilla's a man. I mean, that's what they say. And the prince, he is definitely the prince of fucking darkness, man. I should definitely do a deep dive on him one day, man. It's pretty sick. Pretty fucking sick. Yeah. King. I'm sorry, the prince. He's now the king, right? He's king. First king in how long? Yeah. So yeah, the oligarchies and all that. You go to jail. They put you in jail. Yet people do it all the time. Now, it's being used. The social medias are being used to organize, right? And they get to pick and choose who gets what, right? They want that subversion to work there, and the replacement migration and all that. So, anyone that's indigenous to Britain, they're targeted for deletion. They're targeted for surveillance. They're targeted to be shadow banned and whatever. So the other groups, the insurgent groups, which they brought in themselves, they're monitored and surveilled too, right? Constant surveillance as well. And then they allow certain shit to happen that way. They get to control the narrative. They get to control the actions. That's the idea. They want to control the actions, of people. And for the most part, they do, right? But you see all the uprising going on in Britain, and you know what? They get out there and they go, hey, you can't do this, yeah, da 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 da. But the biggest thing they do is they biometrically scan everybody in the area in the protest and go pick them up later. Y'all remember the January 6th, Jan 6th? Yeah. A lot of people were arrested because of biometrics and because of surveillance. Well, you lied and said that you were at home the whole time, but your cell phone says you went to Washington, D.C., and you were there at that time. Here's a picture of you with a mask on. These are your ears sticking out, are they not, sir? Yeah, that's somebody was arrested because of their ears. Their ears and their AI reconstructed facial features, because they were wearing a mask and a hat and sunglasses, but their ears were sticking out. So they figured, he probably looks like this. Yep, 99.98% match. Good enough. Let's get them. So yeah, they don't even have to stop you. They'll just pick you up later. You know? I mean, you look, anywhere I go, we talked about this yesterday with the fucking, the cameras everywhere, on the traffic, on the intersections, they take a picture of your fucking license plate and your car and you, right? They check front and back, so they can just get you later. Bird didn't make it. Suicidal birds. Damn it. Commercial. Yeah. Flock. Oh my God, Flock. Flock is going up everywhere. They can literally track you throughout the whole United States. It's not 100% either. That's the thing too. Once they tie in the AI, to track you, it makes mistakes because they can't have a technician there all the time. One person dedicated to watching you, right? Like they used to. Hey, you gotta do a 4-hour shift in front of the monitor and the microphone. Fuck, this guy's gonna be fucking jacking off again. He's taking his shit. Great, Oh, look at this. He's doing his laundry. Oh, he's eating some TV dinners. Oh God, it's got to make note. Oh, he's making a phone call. Oh, it's pizza. Oh, never mind. Right? No, it's AI. It's all AI. AI does all that shit, right? AIs and computer programs, and it flags it, and maybe an investigator looks at it and goes, "Oh, okay, let's check it out. Let's check this guy out. See what he's doing." That's an interest. That you're a person of interest now. All right, let's bring him in. Or hey, let's just keep surveilling him, see what happens. They don't have to do anything. You just got to sit back and make sure that the infrastructure is already there. The maintenance on it is already there. There's jobs galore, right? You want to make good money? Be a fucking software technician. Work at one of these, IT communications things. Work at a data center. But there ain't much you got to do. I mean, right? They do it all. If your phone breaks or your computer breaks or whatever, they just get you a new one. Boom, here you go. Here's a new surveillance device. Got it. No big deal. Keeps on rolling. The systems are there. Yeah. Oh yeah, the satellites. Yeah. Fuck. I mean, they got Starlink, and yeah, they've got satellites that can literally read a dime on the ground, right? they can do it. They can read. They got LiDAR. They can penetrate into the ground. So you're gonna build a bunker, a clandestine bunker. They're gonna see it. They're gonna like, what the fuck, Once again, AI is gathering is monitoring all that intel as it's being gathered, and it does it super fucking fast. So and it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. That's where we're heading, folks. The surveillance state is here. It's already here. It's everywhere, all over the world. Yeah, I mean, there's places you can go, but they can still get you. They can still watch you. They might have to get old school. They might have to, hey, dedicate a satellite to this guy. He's living out in the woods in a cabin, right? He's got no cell phone. He's got nothing. Just, hey, let's get a drone. Let's fly a drone over there and loiter and just watch everything and take in everything, right? Let's get that thermal on him. Let's get that night vision on him. Let's go ahead and, while he's away hunting and chopping wood, let's go ahead and sneak in and plant a listening device in a little camera. We don't have to do it in person. We just take a little robot take a miniature sized, literally insect sized fucking drone. They exist. Insect sized fucking drone, and just fly it in, and then it'll do its thing. We can throw in a whole bunch of those and just boom, there you go. Yep. Boom, done. Surveilled. So they got ways and means, you know. They don't even have to go out of their house. You know, it's all done on the computer. It's somebody hits a button, it's done. Or they can just set it by automatic. It's automated. The machine is here, folks. And yes, it can be used. It can be misused. I mean, the flock. There's so many. There's a case where a police officer. He could. Most of your cops can log into the flock, you know, for investigative purposes, you know, build a case against you. This one cop, or I think it was a deputy sheriff, he tracked his ex-girlfriend, and then he tracked his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, and then finally, like, you know, hey, I know what you did, I know where you went. She's like, leave me the fuck alone, you're my ex-boyfriend, right? There was another case where a real estate agent, a lady, I watched the video. The police came to her door and said, "Hey, you're being arrested for poaching presents, you know, patio thieving, you know, and stealing Amazon packages off of people's porches." Porch diving, or whatever they call it, you know? Porch pirates. Yeah, we got you going through here at exactly this time. It's been logged into Flock. You went through here at you know, this time, and this time, and that's when they were all taken. And it's your car, and it's your, you know, it was a red truck. It's your red truck, your red Toyota passed through here at this time when the package was stolen. She's like, bullshit, you know, that's not me. But you know, it was one number off on the license plate was not hers. She finally proved it. She had to get a lawyer. She had to get, you know, get all the information, you know, get the information that they had, and AI literally changed the license plate. Like it said, I don't know what that number is, so it's got to be a 5. No, it wasn't a 5. It was an S or something, right? It was an S. And, you know, she said, no, mine is an S. That's a 5. That's somebody else. That's not me. and they're like, oh, well, you're still going to jail, right? She had to fight in court. So it does make mistakes. And without the human interaction, without the discernment of human, right? It's like, whatever. Okay, we're taking this as face value. Yeah, you did it. You're guilty because AI and the cameras and your information off your cell phone, all that stuff matches and coincides. So you did it. You had to have done it. No, I was sick in the hospital. What? Yeah. Here's the doctor. I was having my appendix removed. I was down for 3 weeks. You kidding me? I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. No, it says here you went here, went there, here. Yeah, I gave my daughter my phone, and well, my phone was in the car, and whatever. You know, it's off by one number or whatever. They make mistakes, but they're leaving it up to, well, AI doesn't lie. Computers don't lie. Yeah, they do. And like I said before, perception is deception. I can modify just about anything. I can fool the AIs. I can fool the algorithms. I can fool all that shit. It just takes a little practice. It takes a little ingenuity, and it can be done. Exploit the weaknesses of the computers and the AI. But they're continuously learning this. That's the thing. They're continuously learning and improving. So eventually there'll be no room for error. So they say. So, welcome to the surveillance state, folks. It's here. It's watching you. Yes, and me too. I made a video. So, thank you all for hanging out with me on this Zoot report. And we'll talk at you again. Let's go.